Hello everyone, Eric with OzoneTCG. Today we have a Despia branded deck profile from Nick. He made top 4 at one of his tournaments recently. It was about 7 rounds actually, so not too bad for a local event. We're going to go ahead and get into the deck profile. Before we do, if you guys want to pick this up, of course, use our TCG Player affiliate link in the description below. We are also revamping the OzoneTCG site right now, just to better suit you guys and to make the layout a little bit less messy. Let's go ahead and get into the deck list, and then we'll talk about the matchups and some of the notes Nick sent over to me regarding the deck. First off, of course, we have the 3 Aliber, 3 Tragedy, 3 Egent Chain, 3 Albaz, and then the 1-ofs, 1 Ad Libitum, 1 Mercurier, 1 Albaz the Shrouded, and 1 Fairy Tale Snow. Pretty standard ratios, honestly. A lot of people are still putting Tragedy to 2. I think 3 is fine, honestly, for this list, just because he's playing a lot more monsters. All fusions in the extra deck, of course. And then Mercurier, a lot of people are dropping. It's fine, honestly, just the 1 of it doesn't really matter too much. And then Albaz the Shrouded is always really good. Fairy Tale Snow is for the Albion the Branded Dragon combo. Off to the spells, which honestly there are a lot here. That's kind of how the deck has to play. Triple Branded Fusion, Triple Branded Opening, Triple Fright for Patchwork, Triple Allure, Triple Dark Ruler, Triple Poly, Super Poly, double Branded Red, double Polymerization, 1 Branded Lost, 1 Despia, the Theater of the Branded, 1 Called, and then the Traps, 1 Branded Banishment, and 1 Branded Expulsion. So honestly, a pretty clean deck list. Very few 2-ofs, which I like to see, and really the 2-ofs you just kind of have to play as 2-ofs, either to resolve your card twice, make sure it doesn't get banished or negated or anything like that. And then the 1-ofs, a lot of people are playing Branded Expulsion. This card's very powerful. Usually it's off of so normally when you play it, you send it off of Branded Fusion, you send Artifact Scythe, go Artifact Scythe plus Albaz into Albion the Branded Dragon, use Albion's effect banish either itself or like Artifact Sanctum, but usually itself plus Albaz for the Mirror Jade, and then during the opponent's turn, you can use your Mirror Jade, and then after you use Mirror Jade's effect, use Branded Expulsion. And Branded Expulsion lets you tribute a fusion monster, and that is Fallen of Albaz, and then you special summon you target 2 monsters in the graveyard or banish, special summon 1 to one side of the field, special summon the other to the other field, or you can special summon both to your field if you tribute a fusion monster that lists Fallen of Albaz as material. Really powerful, again, for Artifact Scythe. Here it is just for the control aspect. You literally can just summon whatever you want, basically. From there, then fuse off for Guardian Chimera. Honestly, pretty clean deck list. Extra deck is the triple Albion the Branded, double Lubellion, double Masquerade, double Mirror Jade, 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Garuda, 1 Albolanatus, 1 Dragosiphilia, 1 Guardian Chimera, and 1 Proskinian. No Quiritus here, and that's fine. I think, honestly, the extra deck, for most fusion decks, you're always going to be playing these 3 cards, the Mud Dragon, Garuda, and Dragosiphilia. These are some of the best fusion cards that are like completely generic, released in the past couple of years. We really haven't seen any of them played until recently, and that's because of both Albaz support back in April and because of tier limit now. I really like the extra deck here. Even though that you do only play fusions, there are no link monsters, no XCs or anything like that, and you theoretically lose Heart of D Barrier, this deck is control-y enough. You just generate advantage each turn that you don't necessarily need to be summoning your fusion monsters on your turn 1 in order to win. Usually your monsters float and do whatever they want themselves, and then Guardian Chimera during the opponent's turn is always going to be very strong. Side deck you mentioned was kind of a meme. 1 Pankratops, 1 Banshee, 1 Ash Blossom, 1 Despian Comedy, triple Crossout, double Zombie World, 1 Branded Red, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, triple there can be only 1, and 1 Red Reboot. You mentioned in my notes that Pankratops, Red Reboot, Duster, Comedy are the only cards he ever cited in. The Crossout and Ash are just for the Ash. On Branded Fusion, not recommend playing it. It's just not worth it. There can be only 1 was kind of a meme. Only versus Sprite and Mathmech, I'm going to assume. I don't think he really played too many Sprite players. His matchups, though, were... So round 1 was Magical Musketeer, Dogmatica. Doesn't matter. I don't think it's real. Thunder Dragon, Adventure with Red Rose cards. So this is probably, like, a higher count than 40. And I assume we're just going to be playing the Thunder Dragon cards to get to Fairy Tale Snow, use Snow to trigger your Thunder Dragon cards and then go from there. Probably not as strong as it once was because of Colossus, and of course Colossus is just insane as a card. Round 3 and 4 were both tier Sprite Punk, so not quite Sprite decks, but close. And those are just combo decks. Round 5 was Shaddoll Despia, and that was a 2-0, which is really interesting, probably because Shaddoll cards just kind of suck. It really, you can only play one, either if you're playing like Tier Limit Punk, which can play Shaddoll Falco, though it's not necessary, or just regular like Tier Limit, which usually plays either Squamata or Shaddoll Beast, usually just Beast. And that's kind of the only playable ones, because Beast triggers off the card effect and at least gets you something without having to play more bricks. Otherwise, it's just a brick itself. Then in top 8, it was Branded Albaz, and then top 4 was Pure Punk. I don't know if they split from there, not sure. He also mentioned that, and this was the only thing that I really want to know, was about Comedy being cited. Comedy was used to help go second and break into boards. Played through Valor Impermanence, Suliak, and anything else that targets as negation or interrupts anything like that. So Suliak being the Tier Limit continuous trap card. So it apparently won, I guess, versus Skill Drain in top 8 because he was able to, say, activate something like Guardian Chimera or Mirror Jade, Chain Comedy, and then his monsters are all because they're no longer face up on the field. I really like this list. I honestly, besides the side deck, I don't really think there's anything to change. Maybe Mercurial cut that card. But honestly, because he's playing the triple lure, it's really justified, honestly, just having the fourth target. So let me know what you guys think about this deck. It was a pretty short deck profile, honestly. It's pretty concise. We're going to have a lot more with Niagara, and then hopefully there'll be a ban list this week. I'm guessing there will be, and since the tins are out, there is no more incentive to hold off on a ban list. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let me know what you guys think about this deck. Listen in the comment section below, and thank you as always for watching.